The hardest part of traveling is just being away from this guy. And you miss him, you wish you were with him, and when he's just this cute, it's so hard. Okay. But the other hard part about traveling is all the receipts that you have to do. So today we're going to talk about time and expense and how we use that in AX. And we're going to go ahead and look at just some of the key functionalities that time and expense has. And I'm going to walk you through kind of the setup and how we display fields and how you enter your time. And we're going to do all that in just about 5 good minutes. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and look at here is everything is driven by category. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I'll go to the time and expense module, say shared category, and I'm going to set one up called 5 good minutes. And we're just going to have our own code for billing, 5 good minutes travel. Okay, so I haven't got to actually do any travel related to 5 good minutes, but I'm going to set up a code for you here, and we're just going to call it personal. And once we've created the shared category, it's a little weird. You got to go in and you got to make that an expense category. So that category could be used in projects, it could be used in procurement categories, it could be used anywhere. But we're going to use it as an expense category. And if you notice, I checked project and I checked expense so that I could use it with the project module if I wanted to. So I'm going to say active in journals. And the other most important part here is method of payment. So you need to set this up correctly so that maybe it's you're getting reimbursed, so it's going to pay the worker back, okay? Or maybe you have a company credit card and you're just entering the expenses, and the company card is the one that actually gets paid or reimbursed. It could be the company itself. So now I'm going to go in and I click the display fields. This is what will show up on the header and the lines of your expense report when you go out to the enterprise portal. So I'm just going to display a few fields here that weren't displayed. Okay. And you could decide like how many things your employees will need to enter for each line of their expense report. And we'll see that in just a second. This is the first application in AX that I know of that is all web-based. And basically you have to go through the enterprise portal in order to enter things. There is no client version of the expense report. Okay. So I'm going to go through employee services now, and I'm going to go and click in there, and I'm going to go ahead and say, let's create a new expense report. So in my new expense report here, I am going to say continue in order to get to the header of my expense report. Okay. And if you remember, I had displayed a couple of fields here, and now you can see them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a morale event, okay, or morale event, and we're going to go ahead and say we're going to pick our location of where this took place. Okay, again, these are fields I displayed in the earlier setup. Okay, again, there's no client interface here. You have to have Enterprise Portal, and you have to be using Portal in order to enter an expense report. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this. I'm going to go ahead and do a description, and we're going to go ahead and say add. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the line. Now it asks for the category of the line. Okay, I'm going to pick my 5 good minutes that I set up here. Okay, that opens up the lines, and I can fill out the other information that I said to display. Okay, some of it's read only. You can make some of it read only. Like if I pick the project, maybe you want to have the project name be read only. Okay, that's one of the things we can do here. But again, I'm going to say $250. And I'm going to go ahead and pick a project to book it to. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to the, enter this against a project transaction. And I'm going to go and make it billable or chargeable. Okay, you can take that away. Some people don't want to give that ability, but that's whether or not it's billable or chargeable to a project. Okay, and whether the project can bill or charge off of that expense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the rest, put a little description in here, and I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm going to go ahead and submit. Okay, and up top there, I'm going to say, please, please submit me. And you can also attach your receipts. There's a little attachment button just like you would see in AX. Okay, so now that I've done that, we're going to, of course, we're going to end with a little Power BI here, of course. I created a little query. What I would have normally done was created a view and a cube and a perspective like I've done in the past. But here I just used a quick SQL query because I was running out of time. But what I'll do is I'll post this SQL query out there in YouTube in the comment link here. And if you want to use it, you can. So what I did was I took a quick query. Just built my own little query that takes the travel and expense transactions and connects them to the worker records. Okay, I paste that in here. Okay, and then I basically can just say refresh. Okay. Pretty simple query. There's not a whole lot to it, but this gives you the ability to see all of your expenses that in what state they're in. Okay, so once I've done that, I can kind of just save it. I go back to a pivot table I've already pre-built. Okay, and here's the different expenses that I've done by status, so I can see what's been approved or what's pending or what's already been processed and what's posted. Okay, I've got different statuses here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and insert another slicer here so that we can see the new the new category that we just set up for cost type. Okay, so that we can filter by the different types of travel. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here. I'm going to pick my 5 good minutes, and we can kind of see that it's still in a pending. It hasn't been approved yet. Okay, so you can see what's hanging out there. You can see what's posted. And again, now it's just a drag and drop and quick slicers in order to make that work. Okay. So I'm not showing anything here with advance payments or requisitions. I didn't show anything about the approval process. If that's something you want to see, let me know. I will say the travel and expense manual is very good. So please use that. And please join us next time on 5 Good Minutes in Microsoft Dynamics AX.